I think we're a little bit, in full disclosure, frankly, I think we're a little bit early in the process to have like a fully detailed conversation on this. I'm not gonna, I'm gonna be forced to vote no on this tonight because I haven't digested that information. I don't feel like it's appropriate to even vote on this matter.
We're getting this information too as we're going, and no major decision was going to be made tonight either. So if that was something that you understood tonight, that is not the truth and was not going to happen tonight.
So there's a process that we'd like to follow. We would like to get a recommendation from a subcommittee or two, and then we would have favorable action at that point.
So I submitted this after consulting with counselors, with the town manager, with the public. There seems to be near unanimous consent for it. This is identical to a special act that was passed by the town of Hopkinton. I'm just trying to save everyone's time, save our time. And if we don't do this, like imminently, it takes time to pass a special act.
I'm not voting for it now or after the public hearing. The high school project is a town project. It benefits the town. If the town as a whole decides to vote for it, separating segments of society out so they don't have to bear the burden sets one group of citizens against another group of citizens. But to hear you say that it's near unanimous and it's obvious that we're going to pass this, I don't think we're anywhere near that.
Respectfully, you spoke in favor of doing something for the seniors when the high school cost came out. The
I
vice
did,
president
and
and
we
the
just-
president both did. This is something.
Point of order. I think I have the floor
You
still.
do. Let's try to abide by Robert's rules and orders and not speak over other counselors tonight, please.
I did say that I wanted to help the seniors, and then we did. We increased the senior work-off program, maximized it, and then with your assistance, we also allowed people who were disabled to have other people work for them. There is no rush for this, as the tax increase is 2 years away, if any. The school has to pass first.
I want to point out that 2 years ago, there was a reassessment of all of our properties in this town. At that time, my property taxes went up $600. With my taxes having gone up $600, and now I'm being asked to pay an additional $1,000 for 30 years, if I live that long, which is highly unlikely, I'm deeply concerned. I'm not rich, but I'm also not living in need of additional financial support. But that's not going to be the case 5 years from now.
I've been legit for 7 years. My taxes have gone up $2,000. And I'm by myself, and it's going to be very difficult for me to afford an additional $1,000.
Now, the $1,000 number is being mentioned. That's not necessarily what the amount will be,
That's correct.
right, Mr. Borg?
So if you had a home value assessed, not appraised, assessed at $569, the estimated cost would be right at $1,000 for that.
That's me.
I've been in this town and paying taxes, owned real estate since 1964. I already paid for high school. Now I'm looking at another one. Scares the hell out of me. We all get old. Those of us that are fortunate and yet unfortunate to live as old as I am, life gets to be pretty tough. My wife and I live, and we have our granddaughter with us because they have a hard time making it on their own. I do that on $50,000 a year. Try it out. It's not pretty.
I'd love to have my taxes lowered too, but I also agree that the town does need a new high school.
But the town came together and supported things that would benefit my kids. So personally, for me, I look at this and I say, now it's my turn. It's a generational thing.
So I understand that if we don't approve it tonight, we're not going to know by June when we vote for the tax, if it includes the seniors or not.
I'm begging you to not ask us to vote on this tonight, please. I'm begging you. Don't ask us to vote on this tonight. We haven't had a chance to even look at the numbers.
Mr. Gould's point that if we don't vote it tonight, the legislature won't pass it by June. There's no guarantee that if we did vote it tonight, the legislature would pass it by June.
If we passed it, not now, in 2 weeks from now, with a reasonable time to prepare a presentation, that would maximize the chances of us passing it. If we wait a month or two, there's that's gonna drastically reduce the chances.
Does anybody have any motions to make with this one? If not, I'll move on. Yeah, satisfied the discussion.